Eda otumfo Awurade ase wona dey adekese Awurade waye sie tinkomu ne emoje de fu sanete kemada so da bodwemu a na Awurade wona ne di ne yie isanse nipa bebre ana na wotwe ankwa ameto won ni bebre na bosumi ye hya ase ankwa ameto won ni bebre ne wone a na nkopese nko hu ne dey so hu ne dey se na minu miru tinkomu je de fu sanete kemada so da bodwemu a na Awurade adom enye ahoden enye usika enye wo papa ba bia oda so enye wo ka bia wo enye japade bia wo enye wo fun na okita enye wo che papa bia wo kita bo enye tare papa bia hyew ena enye sika bia wo gu bank account mu dabi anade wo mo money so dabi na mo mu nua bia wo abrochire dabi na mo Awurade na wode na dom abominu mie no ba na etinkom se tinkom ne emoje de fusane de te kamada abadwemu na yose Elias de Awurade nipa bebre ni sika ne so hoden obi so wo sika pa eso ni ahoden obi ase japade nyina bi na so ni ndaso bi oba bia isebinu mi no tinkom ne na se tinkom ne ye wi na bone bia nto yen na o se de ase de Awurade ene ye hwe de yesu ade kakra ya de so de yesu nyina is taking risk. Don't be afraid to take risk in this life. Don't be afraid to take risk in this life. Mema ni mbo hu se obetu anamo bi a eti se egina owuo ni nkwankwa nta nipa bebre abrabo na wo no osuro so be take risk into oda so tefaako se osuro so be take risk dia na wonya wadwen so betu mpon abrabo se osuro so be take risk a na wonya wadwen so be ko ani mu abrabo esanse emoadoma kura no in animal kingdom kura no yebra nyame hira. God bless you. In animal kingdom kura no emoa na ewo baabi ni so mo wo particular place bi no mo hwe no mo se ewura na ewo no anansensan na ewo no ayemre ana ohawatan echi na wo mo pase obefiri wo no okọ wanim etu sa edu baabi emoa no tu free sa baabi o mo wo no no mo kọ nti na ye ka se yebra come here. God bless you. You are watching us. Na me hira se ene ye ka se engusie ho ayeden otwe ho ayeden emoa doma bi ho ayeden a emoa no so take risk se no yetena yewu ezana tiede ne yenko enimu abrabom etomotumi afiri bi omo wo no first nka wo wonya nwa pa oye bofo okọ one particular place onya wotwe akrantie owi okusie ene adowa ne nem edeba but then sa particular area of forest wo no okọ wonya bi. Why? Because emoa no so hunu se de ene me ko so ka so wetena fa ko a enko yie nto so take risk. Enti mo na tu a mo so ko manim enti abo na so wo ba bi ti se bia domi abla otumi free domi abla otumi de ba bi ti se sunyane adotumi ba bi ti se koforedua abo na tumi to forest ni mo atu track de ba. Why? Because all seeking for greener pastures. And then no ye hwe de ba bibra bla bomo a watena ga na he ya ne man koyie fitini nketesi abrem fitini mlanti brem ohwe abla bo ne koyie wo se ne obetu kwan na okope ba bi pa ayede abobra wanya ba bi amfa so fa Libya odi fa desert so nyame na dom edi wurewuremu ano de kokopie Libya odi pie Libya no wo ma kopie Italy from Libya to Italy kwa no obu fa nsuo so ni ba bi de koba no be koma kosemo a o se eye balu bi na nipa be thousands egum na se manya loki na balu ni pae a munyina mutumi wo nsuo no so. Yes, we take a risk. Why? Because se okoda ye man na wafam anye ye man so owu. In this life, there are two things involved. Either you take the risk or you will sit down and die. Yes, don't be afraid to take risk in this life. Especially a woman case. Because in a woman, I ain't take a risk. Shetan ma homa mi hunu papa. And papa hunu mami or yes or best in a panel. Ni yan walk and you didn't take on risk. Because papa take risk and say, Okwa so mami pe, so mami penny here. Anyway, we need one peninsula will lose. It's upon taking risk. And of course, my money and my money penny. Young for one as you can take on risk because ye baba will say about what to your flu man, you send a baba do your flu crown. So be ye and I will ye risk. Because also for me, you won't call a baby or you won't want to sub it and you send a mammy baby, but I can't do in some akuni. A risk. In the information of the baby, no, ni sa to me yira, ni na to me yira, ni part ni to me free wo. Ni need to me free a risk. But in Colombia, we also any more. One for the same process ni mo. But here one mobile no, or when you or was or na obibia. It's the yin send ka to yam no. 9 months na ma me be to me akwaba 9 months asan wa wo no ka na a risk. ma bebre ne tumi nyinsan within 9 months no risk in taking no omo tumi so e pon ti be say me no me no risk be na you take wa brabom. If you fail to take that risk, who fail you abusu na wo manu generation. There are times in life nipa bi o say wo tu free we bia wo na ko anim. Yes it's you impedifo bo bi say ensuo che oto mo aduhwa. Say ye koso atena bia wo na abrabo ne beka. Ye koso atena bia wo na ye nkoye ni abrabom. Eti esem bo bi say ekrodo so entra fa kunje nim gwase. Yes. Say ha mo ba wi abo. Say ha nje wo ba wi bajo. Eti eduru ba bi abrabom wa na o say nipa to me take risk ne ekoye nim. In everyday's life there is risk. Without risk no man can prosper. Share your former politics in example. This MPP and this for example politics. Mahama as operation by president. Sana other delegates almost any other way so about president. Say Mahama ni ye MPP for you nipa free muba. God bless you. Say nipa ye MPP ni ba ku free muba. No be contest Mahama nipa too. Amo pray. Why? They are all contesting to become president. Say Mahama lucky no be president our firm. Upon the sika of the Beshem no, so I lucky no firm our firm. So one firm so the sika na she risk no take it. Say Mahama ever to man biom, see an to man biom, he doesn't know. But o take risk say, e bia na Ghana for bepa me asama sa to me. It ma me samra. This MPP for ya mo contest nipa be ten say let me contest. So mo nyina no all the sika mo di shem e ko apro eye offense campaign ahodo. So mo ye lucky na se delegate ni yi to mo no be se nipa ba ko be wini a wini a risk. Hwe sika nipa ne be say no over billions of cedis. Loans of akwaje so the year campaign say e be to abaman o take a risk. So without risk no to me enko anim. Any businessman be a businessman. What be sika wo man mu a ene wadi ye na a risk to take here. So when take a risk na konkon anim. Yes. Ye papa despite yamishira no. Say ene obi ti despite din ebo despite so we be FM station, we be TV station, we be enuma, we be FM factories ahodo a o take risk. You get to a time not on cassette or take a risk. Edru baby o kwaji loan any be obese o manfanya business way or the yash se be ye. Anye ya waboka. Eye ya wafam. Eye man and wafam and will make it a risk. So we say in everything in life it's a risk. You are given only two options. You take a risk and expect results, or don't take a risk and expect nothing. Emudi ayin na take. Misro na mi ko ebeye na mi ko ye man anyeye na mi ko na anyeye ko ebeye. Yes, ko ebeye wabra Israel for Yankopɔ de won tu kwan akɔ Canaan no wo hye won bo so de bekɔ kodu bo hye asase ne so but no for money hunu wo but they took the risk say e Moses na de won kɔ Yankopɔ na say ene mani ndi na chi won won kɔ. Yes. It is either somebody take a risk no na why ye and now say we take a risk no you don't expect anything. Yes, so stop procrastination. Say we are to and a maye, a chinamaye, and a minyamaye, and a minyamaye, Debbie, ne take a risk ne ye. Yes, it got to a time. Me say, me the media example, it got to a time. Na me ntwi kada. Abrabone be ye diri duru baby. Na adwuma me ye won kran adwuma be say ye. Me adafe ya ye be bom na betena fie. Na me twa me hu bia nyeye. Ena be ba me team la ko say no. Then me to amenya hwe, me su nim kaka. Ene manage car ho. Sa na tie dia me ko sua driving plekwan. Me take is a risk no. Me ko sua driving. Na me ni da so say me ko sua car me kana me da ba betwa obi car da bi me nim obi obeto car ma me. To the sense me nyame amabusu ani kura ka chem say na car na kwa kosua no usua car ne ka wi a hwan car na le kwa kotwie mama no amuma bam me sua driving no me benya driving license bi di to ho afa na me chi se me peka kopim se me nya odofo bi bu am ya metumi nya taxi ni bi eno kura bi age na ja me start se me de adwuma. I took the risk say me the car ne ye adwuma say be ko ye say nko say me first time of driving. I took the risk. It took me 4 years before ansana me to myself to me kukwasti aso me to be expert on driving no. A risk I'm taking here. And okay mo gugushi ase enimu apinisie emu ni fifiri amete but yes still I didn't give up. Upon selling the car, metric car, and career by a Juma bedroom baby, upon selling the car, you do a missing a minute car, could be a business, a baby business. But this starting business was going. Mobile money, me started. Nay, move when you make cost. Copy said, do a benefit. I also have a born in fact. It was me taking risk. Let me say, a change in yes. And yes, still, I look up be a one cry your own toy. But yes, still, we are just persuading you twice to see a query. It is without taking risk and won't mean query. So, because I may cost what the corona woman and Cabananka, my brother say. Yes, maybe I'm one on to me. But say me wouldn't say me compare no one. Me feel say me feel one cry here better since more because na dey be na echichire me me sense na me take risk na me comfortable one particular person meeting na dey me say ba na me hu but me free one and na mama ni abie and na mama ni ate and na ni aba me so say sa na nkofo we na etechire nipa asomasi omo na etechire no mu chinchi ma brabo no enka ne enka kametumi no ntina live no nkasa do ni aka kire me say adwuma we na meye ni abo me nkran ya sha me nkran na say ya sha me nkoma aka kire me say we da manim say meye but me ni me kwa me fa so because baby I was no me take a risk me tifa kom etimi ya comfortable over there etimi komanim or the same move here na me benya confirmation from where am I and we so back to so sa and me just me na den no say wow Mr. say me bon pa nsa na ya me kire me kwa me fa so. So me koso de tina krona na meti so na me koso de tina fa kwa and ka think say by na ma bra bo na pem so without risking no to me ko anim so you see that say best to ubegya moto no say me o kina meye nyame adoma next week nyame adoma next year take the risk e come de eni mo be tu kwa ban kran ya no mo ni abusuani bia won kran no mo ni danko bia won kran but they came to Accra why because they don't have anybody they don't have any friend they decide Ababa Bobra, woman Mobia, Ebra coming up here, it is true. Yes, it is true. Black woman, see, and two and a more video be near very comfortable at Nawa, young queer Nimuda. Because one more a one more a way and chain, one more the amount to and sunny and nine, one more the who we are walk out, we are say who. We have problem, they are the same people that Basako catch our answer one and mafia. Blah, Mrs. say one take a risk, nay and take a risk, and free one may say, me, my bedroom, Pembenso Medu Maker, Messa can be a bad dinner, Massacot Cromo, and I come back to us Tamale. Yes, me back to us Tamale. Because a Crodos when you trap a Kunjan was here. Fitisi started seeing a crummy free so I sing for you, or one of me free coming through Matana, a baby GS square SS, a real polytechnic Sabatina Cromo, besides my brother on the course. Yes, though me free or better baby I'm waiting and Yaman Koye, but yes, still I'm not giving up. Mrs. Say hand to a hanya, Metwasu Kumasi or Kumasa, Metwasu Sunyana, Sunanya, Metwasu Tamale, may come and Ima Copim say, and Ima Bessa. Because what Tranfakwa, you have Bokramo. Yes, also God uses people who are willing to get out of their comfortable zone. He used people who are willing to take a risk. Now go buy ready so do baby, but baby I want to say moving free war. Now because what now we are out in the own for Onyaduma. There are a lot of prophecies I can't find so betu kan. There are a lot of prophecies I can't find say Ubanyaduma here. Prophecies I don't know about found so many here, but baby I want to know and 1 2 3 war only here that I tell you. Yes, 1 2 3 war only here. Obi I really so beboa nimye na okita na e wo wonsam no de wotumi ye no obi wo so beboa pa ba bia wotini nti ehu. I learned last month me bra ba akoko eye bi wo adwuma ko esia mo say whatever na ye ko to lady ba ko bi baby o yele wo da pa wo da dem no say wow me ba na me say hey eti mami senye se ko to na yie na se ana obi ni e ko na kokobọ mpa ye mama me na eti baby mami shape a enka boafo ben na betumi ate nka na beboa no baby ye hye no obi pa boa ye ba de bi ye hye no ohu ye senye mfiri won take risk mfiri wo amalam light abedin. There are a lot of musicians I know omoto nwom na omagidi ne baby na omo hye na mwa wo firi wo ba krom wo firi wo ba wanim wo firi wo ba ba bifo fransa na brabo ne koso. If you are afraid to take the risk, you will never prosper. Say you should say take a risk there and nya de be ko eni mo abrabom. Yes. So God is willing to use people who or somebody or a person who is willing to take risk. So when you want to take risk, you want to use you. We are Yasham come from so many Yamini Pabe for Uditifie, Uditibia, and Yadi Bebamuda. Until we take that risk, now you baba wanting no one start to say we get dumb broadcast. One start to say we can yamia so much from. One start to say we pitch you or come, then the God will use you. Because Kendall Crown sell your so light in the so. Nasa ya Kendall young guy in a man engineer, Kendall to me do. A Jamuchia Muja said you so much is little. Nasa one Kikajan Shemwa, a Janet to me do. If you don't tell me, say, baby, I'm making me okay, it make me to my ministry no or Debbie. Any show, any monitor, any new information you can. One free one out of sight is out of mind. Who free one champion when you knew Subium. But only one took more. It's in your way in our when you make time. But when you free one, this would ya, who that be on what you knew Subium. Now, for what that bomb piebo any fra or that's what it was. Or that's what you are afraid to take risk. Me say we yire enti na ofri uso be take risk o wo chiri oduru ba bia oba no be jawo say you kunu enti na uso be take risk me say o chiri wa ukunu no be gwana jawo eye o man nti e na wo take risk eduru ba bia emu ye dine o man no God bless you brother emu ye dinu ba bia o man no be gwana jawo. If you don't take risk and you want to sit down and be comfortable over there, then you will die. Semuala omu konsuo so pensuanom no ofi se danchem dan suo mu nti osuo so bekwa so mu suo ne bi no ebo anu su kom de no wu. But those who take risk omu tumi no musuo danchem ne yeso beso no mu otumi gane eya hwe one life animal kingdom eya hwe nantwi na anase donkey anase buffalo no why na gin se obekwa ko no musuo no onim se danchem dem but o take risk and say whatever it is danchem dem ko bekwa ko no. But so here again say, then chem da won't mean kodia, matra fa kodia, then chem ne bedam ususu komedo. Yes. Or say a relationship risk. So are you facing any risk in life? Yes. God is willing to use people who are willing to get out of their comfortable zone. He uses people who are willing to take risk. What risk are you facing? Risk by now face and to so be take risk no. Yes, nipa be to kwan kwa broche no mu ni obi a ho koda bontene ye adwuma ena che obenya dan direm ena anam so ma nipa bi so tumi to kwan akọ na so obi take risk na koda bontene a enka wan be kwa betumi to kwan akọ no akọtara no so tumi akọ ye ada na so be take risk in this life. Uso so be take risk and want me because aduane ye dia kwa yam kra no e risk ye take either say wo dia kwa no mu e betwu anase be kwa kugu yam e be ko yam kama e wo dia. Yes, either say betwu anase be ko ensu kra ya no na risk ye take. Yes, most of the times kasa risk ye take because we take them to me from now osia ka no a risk. So if you are afraid to take risk, then I'm sorry, you are not moving, you are not ready to move forward. Yes, you are not ready to do what? To move forward. So, I ask you, a relationship risk, witnessing risk, a family risk, business risk, a job risk, a life decision, a medical risk, whatever you are facing, now that the Lord is with you and He makes it abundant clear that He will help you whenever you call upon Him. So risk be ala take why not be so. Yes. So be to sana mono de koso abrabom risk be take ya wo pese wo take ya usuro aye hu ama anti wo pese be to sana mono so be bom paye esu ofere de urade kire me ne menyo me pese me tu kwan kokuma ase me pese me konkran me pese me kosunyane me pese me koye adwuma we okro we so me pese me tu kwan ko US Canada Australia Germany kokko bra urade kam ho nem family call do be ko. But you are afraid to take risk and be say no bra no. Yes, Adam, the time of Adam took God no fading him. Adam no oni obi obebo no. But Adam took the risk of tonight. O to me aduane, to me eniema to tunu omadi. A chance ye dey yire be kan ne ho. Yes, onim ne yire if da. But Adam took the risk of having faith in her wife. To the sense of anukra di aduane aduaba no kra bre na osangidi. A risk. Yes. So I say, there's a one quote that I've written here. Or see, it's either you take the risk or lose the chance. Which one are you taking? Either you take the risk or you lose the chance. If you want to get it so far, or if you want to go for it, take the risk. Don't always play it safe. Or you die wondering. Which one are you depending on? Don't be afraid to take risk in this life. Yes, obi awashame. Mema ne nyo hu se wo be take risk. Adebu na me tu na ma we na misro, ena pese me ye we na misro. The Bible said, boldness, the spirit of boldness. He didn't give us the spirit of timidity. As a Christian, don't be afraid to take risk in this life. You want to come and follow Jesus Christ? Come and follow Jesus Christ. So why do you so many we are switching the why do so many yes, but if you are taking risk of following Jesus Christ, then be prepared. So many radiati. And he says, great things never comes from a comfortable zone. And you can see a free movement and free comfortable zone never. Yes. Even Jesus Christ crab wudi enkwa one transfer no be wudi enkwa o si form be fa kwate bia to no so o take risk no. O me ria nyankopon ka say o pobi asomo na ba asase so obeje won boni aso no o so osuru tiding na asase tiding. Na Jesus Christ ka say just from na meko o take risk no. So hwemiro mi no boni ho e hwe boni aye wan ko ma o take risk be fa kwate bia to no so ye bo no tuntesugu ni so but I don't know e kuribie be de e be ye dia. Yes. Timika cho say ne dey say wo hwe me ne wo tie me ne na sa abrabo no dia kodu no won take risk I want to be ko wani. Yes, adwuma na wo ye yi wadi. Take the risk and go and seek for another job. Adwuma na wo salary ni nye. Take the risk and quit the job and go and seek for another job because car boy man e dey shogu ma bebu afa so. Adwuma no ye bi dada. Uwom eti unya time na ko hwe ma ofro. But say wo betina fie dia with the qualification that you are holding, with the knowledge you are holding, that you have, with the experience that you have, you can get a better job that can pay more. Maybe they owe me 800 Ghana. Yes, God bless you, Isaac Bequin. Maybe you owe me 800 Ghana. But you want to go and seek for another job. What time you manage your time from Monday to Saturday? Only Sunday penanya Sunday, so you may be an employer. So until somebody resign about nephew, what should you offer? What the woman do to be? Yes, you take that risk, resign, come home, seek for a job, and you get one. Anybody I really so much 2,000, or be I really so much 3,000, but what 800 know that someone tell you. Ye 60 years in a bay or that's a bay 5 years or that's a 10 years or that's you are afraid to take risk. And come back by the way, you don't know ma. A bedroom by wood and count with you too. It's your bands of a sound back to your grass. If you are afraid to take risk, then you're not willing to move forward. Yes. Never be the school I con, yeah, school say what began him there, but examination, either say over and I'll be failing a move. Yes, but you take a risk to look at exams. Actually, the chat a pass the cop. Look at those who take lotto. Show me Chalotono. One more Reshemu, or Chalotono, bet now go channel, or they are Reshemu so bedi. Me on himself to know what can only, but what the Reshemashim will take a risk so bedi. Or they are fine when they are no case. Yes, it's a friend who's only. And if your friend were Christopher, but you're supposed to be to animal. Your friend was a giddy for, you're supposed to take a risk. We are so fortunate to take a risk. What Nisika in Abraham, God bless you. What Nisika in took no tonuso. Or Nisika in Guso. The last hour of the Guso. Why? Because Ocha, a bar now, but Ama, only case. It was 10,000 Ghana, and 5,000 Ghana, and 1,000 Ghana. Was here 2 show where you try a 2 direct. A bebo. Not 1,000 in Guso. Say 1,000 in a bar, or in a baby 100,000 Ghana cities, which is 1 billion. Yes. I'm more they are fine. Waboka. And I could be in it, or in the school fees go to. Yes, a boy and call them are more and I for better nephew. We're taking risk. In this life, if you are afraid to take risk, then I'm sorry, you are not going to go forward. You are not going to prosper. Because yes, usuro dia woni. Hwe na no mbai. Bema se ne pen e Facebook here e kasa yi YouTube anase e friend say WhatsApp ni ade ana kam onya gire no ma wonim ne da acha 2-3 days obafro ka osunya ne no okobema no. We take a risk. Okodi twani ti a fine. Ye twani ti a okokope bibi dia ba fie. Emma, yes. Omo goduro pa but remember bebre na academ. Remember bebre na suro se be take a risk. Don't be afraid to take risk in this life. Chabrabo when here born blah. Chairman, sister, when take a risk here boy. When take a risk here, enye da. Yes. Gamen bi last time ni come on. O say omo fa Libya kwan su bi. E go do Italy. No mo den so na balloon pae. Na for mo gro bi abru rescue your life. Obi abru say obedem, obaje na wonka. Na duru ba bi no, na ablabo no mo ayede ni. Na fei onu se konkon bi so ho okoko oburu ya no koda konkon no so oburu ya no koda konkon no so sana konkon da so nya konkon na we bonsu eti bonsu suna na oda e wo sa nsuo no mu wo no eno so no kokodai oda so a wo so oda so a no hu se ship bi bo amen eno soli we bu ni nsa wada so be 3-4 days. Yes, we take risk. And he always will them so no and I my number fan or fan too. I'm the cook, I'm the cotton also. Thank you, Betty Portino, or me, in the Portino. And then what bad breadwinner of the family. I was young and I'm so watch him ranting Ketesia, a woman in our found the uncle Goblet. Or take a risk or call no we are fine. Well, we know we're winning. So if you are afraid to take risk, then I'm sorry, sir. And you're able to me a call anyone but a boom. Yes, abraba ye go nai so won take risk pardon ye. Yes. Won take risk enye ye. Timi say embrantwe bi obi kwotwe woni be ma ne da wo hia ne da fon so da kopen komo no be waje be ma yi no ma oba ya ji be ma yi no ma be men so aje oba yi no ma o ma didi nkomo WhatsApp a acha 1 week no Africa puawu no ko o hia ne da onim no se okọ ekokunu se koye ne den. On the first day, Bemani kita private car, no great to them, see a coin and then funnel, no call. We take a risk or call a manner. And the Sam Prancher Navy, any lady or baby, I'm not comparable to Sam Prancher Navy will share that or take his high risk. No, I'm on a true sumo, the no go to US, it's with net to crime. Menkasa kwa Kimpranibi, but the catch was say, take the risk in this life. Yes, take the risk. According to you. What Ghana have one and what didn't seek out Tony Fiona Dangina or Tony Dangina and what they call American lottery be and a boom man and that Nabusian phone you go America. Nabusian phone you go Australia, Nabusian phone you go Canada, Nabusian phone you go UK. Or take a risk, no? Yes, or take a risk, no? You come, Papa Biana Minimum, no, I have no chance, heavy. Yes, or take a risk, you call American lottery and a boom man. Kakra ko di won kakra obetwe na busuafo ne wo faase ne manyina sa o take risk no so no ankwa nka by now nka na busuafo na so guga na ankomo kire mo. Yes, so if you are afraid to take risk, then I'm afraid so generation be ka kire o man no na wo faase fo be ka kire enya do betumi akọ oni abrabom. Yes, entu ko uda so tena fa ko a so tena fa ko a o tena wo che unko wanim obaya tete kwa obaya dada nipa nyina be kwa babeto ye be hunu se wo de mfaso bi ani so ba wo take risk free krom wo am wanim kura sefo fro kakra ye hunu we ka say ye hu wache o na akwahye he o se o mi wona mo next town ye na wo de hu asie saa no wanim afofra mo ebu but when take risk a ko so ti krom no ebu ko edi bu kra mfa ma obi akokọ yira pe wa na hwe anim obi aponte yira ye ri nsa ponte obi bi yira mante mo kra se wa mi wa senya wo no wafa because now so be take risk. Yes, this life is full of challenges. Every challenge or every day, there is a challenge a day for you to come. Or it is a challenge a day beyond a challenge a day. But if you're going to take the risk, no free walk anymore. I am telling you, say never best. Yes. Yes. So umpeso betu kwa wala bomu di enya de beko anim. Obeso ba ye and as I won't take risk dia, then I'm afraid that you are not going to make it. And you better than so bet me make it. So who's also bet take risk. Now who's also be him and I me kwa ye mfa na me kwa akoda na me come ni ma mfa na me kwa akoda me tu free ago Kumasi a my own channel me kwa akoso a me say ubenyo obi ncha so ya. Yes, ubenyo obi ncha dai aso. You see, men take risk. Godly men in the Bible had one thing in common. They all took risk. In today's society, men are not acting like men. Men are acting weak and feminine. And we are seeing the consequences of this. Men are not standing up for what they believe in. And any person remember and remember you question them. Yes, say you better take a risk and say, yeah, pray masa, trumu ni edai, and koso. Yes, sense can be a plenty. You take a risk in the one question, yes, animal. Yes. It's a kind Philippians chapter 4, verse number 6 now. Or say, don't worry about anything, but in all your prayer, ask God for what you need. Always asking Him with a thankful heart. Or say, I think in a mono, young fan, I see my radina, your bumpire, young go radina and go pony mongo to jump at the sadia, and in Pabon and Nasiamo no rade. A man and Priya will be home, a man should be a channel, and I said, I did be in that's why I shall watch a cano, a man and fire and Priya will be home. Now was a Pebia, young go radin Pabom, the answer radis radin, Pacific 2 and more way, Nabuame. The Pacific 2 and more way, Radabuame. Me pese me tu kwa kwa Awurade boa me. Me pese me taking this step Awurade boa me. Ne take risk ne tu sa na na mo na hwe se enema nye ya na. Chapter 11 verse number 1 to 6 now. Or say invest your money in a foreign trade. Tio, invest your money in a foreign trade. And one of these days you will make a profit. It will say, so do see cash be more a risk no take it. But one of these days, it will make a profit. Sometimes it will business to me collapse. Sometimes we see cannot to make shape. Sometimes I'm not do see cash to me go. Be to me say, but so you invest be more. Also one of these days it will profit. It will make a profit. It debu o be but debu o won so a be ye. So take this risk no. Now so say me 10,000 Ghana. Me dey go business ye begu a na me mfa nya ye me dey beto no mo a. Wo dey beto atwene nkakra dey be sampa so bi amaso. Yes. I know a certain guy. Or starting coastal nkakra. Coastal sika bia na capital bia na owo. O tinka na be bo bla yan sika akra na o dey course no be kura se. No be start coastal. Or starting coastal nkakra fridge nkito ya bi. And was starting a crack and then Koshe coastal will be ukrum obeka skedro nye skedro o take risk no ayabosia no kokoje o take risk no kokoje loan so the buy business or the be business no mu na say wo usuro say we be invest we sika na bibi na sika na bada dem a sika enwo mawo obesa twise sika na di sempu aka pre na sika na besa o de ba say sika na sa na verse 2 say put your investment in several places. Still, put your investment in several places. We see cano and our Japan. Fire never be the fashion baby. In China, was sick of the Gromwa. So, what is it? And the real estate Koswa or the Sika ship, what is a business work or the Sika Beshim, what is a business way or the Sika Beshim? It is a real estate Ukrana or other business or this Cabrano. You are afraid to take risk, then I'm afraid. Don't be afraid to take risk in this life. 1,000 Ghana be or mobile money could have be a fire juma. I get them by the close of the day. Ubanya will be ababaye mobile money transfer transaction or by the close of the month. Empty enforcement allowance kakra. Ubanya kakra so the GN so we are saying about normal. Now 1,000 Ghana down chandia and obedi aseno. For Sobia Maso. Yes. If you are afraid to take risk in this life, then you are not going to go forward. You are not going to move forward. Also put your investment in several places. Many places, even because you never know what kind of bad luck you are going to do. You are going to have in this world. Also, for us can we get party fashion baby. Now when him da boni we be see. Unim ada boni besi bu boni bi to be bom se ne nkofo de won sika kokoto toto sa microfinance gitingiti e bae e kwaje so mo kwakoye treasury bill akasia with bigger interest se bomu man se bank ni collapse ye e na se bomu man no e na ye nka ba na nka nimpa bi nya iskafo but egu ye na gu oboka yes but say what is the other way around say bank dey ngu e na se scan e yield the profit se ko sika sen wan kwa for sika nkoto ko sika sen yes eti verse 3 say no matter which direction a tree falls it will lie where it falls when the clouds are full it will rain eti niebesi bia no e abrabo na risk na beteki because unya twedi ese nkoto aha na bekwa koto ana se nsuo mu na anye de beto eti whatever the condition the etie bia na risk na beteki because anye kokwa ebe tuntum anye fita ebe tuntum anye kokwa ebe yebru eye either bad or good anye wo ba ebe ma so without risk say usuro so beteki risk there and ebe koso atena abc bisa verse 4 say if you wait until the wind and the weather are just right you will never plant anything. So also be train say o train say ne ma be ye ansa what to kwan to be afiri wa and e krache mama sister papa baby atemi obatena wa che yes for the sake of your children for the sake of your generation so also what train say what train was we say trying to say if you wait until the wind and the weather are just right then you will never harvest or never plant anything. Okuani was one train say nsuo betas wo de wakokopom na fuo nemom opabire mu no opamafuo na to we take risk ensuo to afan ensuo anta oni case ben ensuo to a wadua bro dada na bro na sha say fifi yes you see obesebro we didn't get the bro some time ago last year 2 years when an year basa ebunkofo dua bro amudua nyina ye den ekosen by force no mo dua to say ensuo beto ensuo anto ensuo to afan ensuo anta afan or take risk so the farmer take the risk or prepare land no edua bro no edi sienso ensuo na anta ababoka ensuo to so de wadi ye so so be take risk dia and you better na watch verse 5 it say God make everything and cannot more understand what he does than you understand how new life begins in the womb of a pregnant woman. Senior akwala hye efrumu ana medi nkaka akwala ne befa so baye no sa akwala ndompe eye be ma hunsuo na ekọ ba ho dompe nim batakodu efrum no akoda ne eye dompe ama dompe tumi abeto ntire tu abetoa ndi wo se ekwan a akwala tumi form o efrum no nyakopo pe ne nipa da sani risk look at this spermatozoa enkomwo bebrebe over billions of sperms bema be release be ko ba ho billions of sperms eye wo a wo hwa mi wo a wo tie mi no eye wo ko na otumi wura ma mi wumbu no na koda ne sa kwala no that tells you say there is a purpose for you na mo obuta bi di ma o enuti na wo utumi ankoye ni powerful na be ye wo hwe sperm bebrebe a mo nyina preso bia be wuram na ba ko peye wo a wo hwa mi utumi wura ma mi wumbu no na be ye wo be ye kratas 40 say that tells you say na mo obuta bi di ma o eti sa wo koso atre fa akuna eti sa kwa ya chichiri na boduam wo gina wa wo ye homa no kwa so gina ho se wan pa mo mpa ye am preso be firi wan sa wa gina me so batena ho sa ne wa besai yes o batena ho sa ne wa be den ne wa besai eti kan verse 6 now what say do your planting in the morning and in the evening too you will never know whether it will rain it will grow well or whether one plant will do better than the other or say dia will do by ana unfu by waduane no dia wanopa ana nwumere na wonim eda ebe fifiri se ba ko be kese asene ba ko risk taking so anybody who is afraid to take risk being a farmer being whatever being a relationship, being a marriage, being a friendship, being a particular job that you are. When you are just over two, baby, out there 1 hour, 800 Ghana, the man one son there. I don't care. That's your problem. But who goes to Atlanta? Who goes to Adina? Yes. Eti me boss honorable can Japan can say me say if you stick to one particular place without seeing any improvement, now that's what toward the end, then you that person will problem. Every year they your own assessment. Ejuma me ye fa kwa metire me capital bani last year say ntina me nyai this year me nya sen ablabo no ko sen say na mtumi de to wo me tumi fa bi nto dia can we say there's a question mark. Na so you okay na be ko so atina wo dia, then that's your problem. But woman for any community will be what the year because that person took a risk. Because it got to a time, maybe Papa, but the example, he was an ex-police officer. Or called peacekeeping back whom you know about Sablabonem one. And oh yeah, and the manema connection so bet me to crime. And a boom or the two coin. Or take a risk, or call and say, Bonne by Yankwaba. Ya mona ma akotena odi kodini bra kodini pa kopim se ene ma start se peki edu ba bi kona be person kra ye dia ma no o take risk no it is if he is enjoying and if say o feel say ka bi o person to beto and officer is when yen siko besi na bi osia a risk no take here say go and take risk and go da so to ke bi nka salary no oje no na nke 1.5 and 200 Ghana and ke no da so tua nka kabana wa ba pension ko di ya Godinya, yes. The number for no WhatsApp service mu. Ah, omo nyina ba pension no. And now she be abrabo a, dey dey far better sin omo. Yes. I think say bia o me fa phone class and friend say ko me watch him na o ma na me kakra. Yes. Take a risk. Ezekiel chapter 10 verse number 8 to 10 now. Or say verse 18 say if you dig a pit, you will fall in it. If you break through a wall, a snake bites you. Verse 9 says, if you work in a stone quarry, you get hurt by a stone. If you spit wood, you get hurt doing it. Meaning, sir, Adibia Oyeno, Adena Oyen Wajuman, Yabra George Ekem, you are watching, God bless you. This means that Adibia Oyeno, being a Juma particular Juman Oyen, a risk taking. Yes, say quarry word man away pabo, abuba na wo pai no. E sika de bebro, ba nya da wo betuma yabo. E say wo suro say wo be take risk say me kwa koye sa adwuma no dia. Na say ni misuro say me kwa dia. Eni na better na komado. Look at those people who minds. Omo go to galamsey, omo go underground go to gold. Share risk omo take why? Because of gold. Why? Because gold is precious, never ordinary. Two form uras ase. If from anywhere, the Uras Asiase give the Abua 20 feet down near Sanko. Go to gold, go to Amiadi Abba, Abba wash it, Abba you go nefrim, Ako 20 ska. Take a risk. Also, take a risk no better now, a combat no. Yes, the verse 10 says, if your axe is down and you don't sharpen it, you have to work harder to use it. It is smarter to plan ahead. Meaning say wakuma wo page and say kuma na no wakum na say one plan say wo be sia no a wo de wo ho odin nyina be adwuma no. If you don't take risk na say also better na say dia ene wo be say sa ne man koye akontu awom ene man koye bia wotene mo say US na wo mo wa utumi gi kwan ko Canada mo wa to aso ko Australia ba bibia wo to kwan ko na so so better fa ko wo say wo fan say kata ibi then God bless you, my brother. Also, take oh kata na name and koye ba yes or so to one more. Over tell say who say kata name wa ye papers fufro free one go fufro so. The yan say unko di boni e be chwotum. Unko no wi unko ye krono dia police be chwo. Wo won kwan say utumi tu kwan ko ba bi apɛ. Sisambra bonu na so batena ho me so say me take risk me ko edi na medi me ko me yeden me ko me ni mo bi a wan ni mo bi otu kwan obi ni mo bi na otu kwan. Yes, obi ani mo bia e na otu kwan. But wotumi be bobra enenne obi tumi koso ne so. Me bra Collins akwa otiemi a na me se no pa. Ne so na me betena wotema. Ansana ene ma kakra me fefe te se dua edi masifo. Yes, eduru baabi me ba ye no be me de na de ne wona metena me ba no ma mlo le fe na me abadwuma. Me tema na me ba adwuma wa Accra. Me tema na me ba adwuma wa Accra. Lo le fe na to go 56 days. But this guy stood behind me. No boy me kakra why? Ono so betena tema obi onam obi so okoda obi nchan e no benye sika bo no ko hide dan e no start abrabo. ene fe duru neno a ene no ono so tumi ji obi hwe no because we take risk ne say de du be nya de amasa koma chi ekura na se bio because the plan metna wo be 20 years abrabo ni koye meduru nkran ha de me koma nim. If you are afraid to take the risk, then I'm sorry say bad this over to me akọ. Yes, ebrani ye boko yanim ye nya bebe mpo no dia ye trap no ye kopu nachi. Aha ye kopu nachi. Wa bedu nkran forso aha mfa to aso ko anim kumase anje wa kosunyane sunyane anje wa koforia anje wa woso kotamale baabia ye ha takra de wo kọ entrafa ko. Yes, it's a Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse number 8 now. Or say the Lord himself lead you and be with you. He will not fail you or abandon you. So do not lose courage or be afraid. Nyakopo ka ho to say e mo ba mu mensuro na mo take the risk. O se nyame ka ho anama hu tunum o ka ho nyame so wonsa. Yes, usha bushia bia ofirimu. Ni be bebre usha bushia mu ofirimu pa. Nga bushia ne ka ni pa bia ntuko wo muda. O take risk no ene o tukwa nkopia breche na bushia mfo nyina. Ene ye ka bogafo a ne fie bi ho. Obi abushia na police ni mpie muda. O take risk no control exams. Akoye ewure mu fence enlistment ya mfa no owure mu ane oba immigration officer. Ene oba police officer, oba fire service officer. O take risk no. Ekura bi asipa ni ba bi firi. Yes, obi fie pa na ke ye de ntoma na ebo ekwe ne kola. We bon ntoma okwem kola say ye nhye boxer shorts ko nya bi nhye. Ana nipa ni take risk di free ekura na say e di ba ko mbedi pa eto aso ene ni fie ye kesika fo ka ho. Ono apa to me the car to me drive car 4x4 e drive Mercedes Benz e drive V8 ni ko le kura ase. E to me e supply nkofo aho kire won. Yes, we take risk. Or take a risk. So if you are afraid to take risk, and you are not going to go for it. It's a Genesis chapter 6, verse number 15 to 16 now. Verse 15 is say, Gideon replied, but Lord, how can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest in the tribe of Manasseh, and I am the least important member in my family. Gideon get here and say radie na me mabusu amu de e ke kan di program kamenka ho na be side na me metumi akwa je Israel for because mabusu am menka ho kura me de ye kan di pom ye di for menka ho ye kan mo sabe o mutumi kasa menka ho ye kan mo kanya me asem a menka ho. But Gideon took the risk. God empowered Gideon. Say Gideon call me na marshal say call baby abedru on bidina be do na be simi wo be ma make sure they obeka. Now verse 16 say then the Lord assured you. The Lord answered, you can do it because I will help you. I will crush the Midianites as easily as if they were only one man. Okate Gideon say ko na me na me sure boss Midianite for hu on no bebrebo egu on me ma sure say ko me de omu nyina hye won sa. Say when take risk na kwa me say you are failing your generation and your entire unborn children. If you don't take risk, now so about na fa akodia wo ma wo nana no mu wo busua nyina no wo faili wo. Yes, obi asofudie beda busua no the person was afraid to take risk o faili entiene na busua no nyina agu kagim. Yes, because nanka wona ye use be this of abusuanum nanka bie pro na ya tum abusuana no nanka obi antumi mpie but want to me anko this of no na wo de ko so kwam san yerum entie na wo ma abusuan wo fasefo ni nyina wo ma ka gate ni antumi mie. You are afraid to take risk. Yeah, you are afraid to take risk. Don't be afraid to take risk in this life. Abrabo we mu no so we wa dwene say usuro misro say me ye dia me na mo me nya misro asemo. Yes, some hwe na wudi nkwasa asemo a meja wako. Yes, me hwe na say aha mo me a meja wako because I am ready to take risk. Aha mo baby we bo me. Yes, so far as I have my hands, so far as I have my legs, so far as I have my mind, I have the brain, I have the wisdom that God have given me, I'll go for it. Yes, I'm not afraid to take risk. Esi sa waka tell me say ene me wo relationship bi mu me wo aware bi mu me ni obi ko ba bi me ni date obewa ba threat moment ni so beja ya ka che wetumi akọ. Yes. Ebi akra na nipa na wo so wo ja wo akọ no nipa papa bi kura wo yesiesie na ma wo. Sister yi di wani wote wo bra yi mia kon wo bu wo power papa wo hwe usum wo da so te wo why you afraid take risk enkwala no nti enkwala nti tena wo beku wu enkwala no wo be mu bi enkwala no befa eda bi o si amount you afraid take risk ko be jada na wa ma no na wo kope obra bo usuro tena wo me say wu a oba fufura be tena da no wu a be ma fufura be fa wo yire ne nada wo yi ase na wo wu no Bama, so one shall learn to an above free now so the better now, sir. When he has seen a wound out that one, now will be full fro. 40 days ago, now watching now we know my yen as no be use. Yes, you have to take risk. Usro, so we take a risk. And I watch it. Yes, and I watch it. And I must say, it is sorry, they take a risk, no? Yes, Apostle. Prophet Kokuya, God bless you, my papa. Papa. Yes, if you have to take risk, see a social take a risk, dear, and young Koyanim, papa. See a social take a risk, young to be Koyanim, you have to. Yes, in the ministry, say a social take a risk, and a ministry and moi, papa, you bet me a finger, I will go from. Yes, we pray to God. Send a Nakupo share Gideon was said, call me na miss mono, your bomb pass to Ferra, they say Rade, and grand ministry name Wamegu, a teacher you from and qua. Never chose any quack, crowes, a crowby ready some background. I never see Cromo, and I remember what you might am over Buso. Yes. It's a Psalm 32, verse number 8 now. Or see, the Lord says, I will teach you the way you should go. Or say, no, but you know, baby, a pioneer, who now fast. Yes, say if you already take the risk, me perceive me too kind, perceive me too an away. She said, Keke, only and Sabon Pius Akeke. Was it? No, back to say, I will teach you the way you should go. I will instruct you and advise you. Or bet you be a far, Ura, Kokro, so no, I chill on ye, no twofold. Miss Rose me to sana mono. Miss Rose me kwa kwenya mi adwuma nkofo bedi di matem. Fine, I don't care whatever you going to say because nyagopo kwe di natem. Yes. Nyagopo ye di natem. Jesus Christ ye can say money fa ne ho. Etibuka mi fa me ho enfa me ho enhame. Wo di matem enkame. Yes, baby a many share na me ko. It's a 2 Kings chapter 7 verse number 3 to 4 no. Verse 3 and say, four men who were suffering from a dreaded skin disease were outside the gate of Samaria, and they said to each other, why should we wait here until we die? Emema na bia na wo yare kwata enka na wo yare kwata ye mama kroni gate rechi ni ato atwene gate rechi outskirt of the town ye friend say ekroni krotia ye do koto na samema na yi no mo yare kwata ena ye do mukugu kroni rechi ekom di won o bi amfa no mo bibie di because nipa ni suro say one ne kokasa ne kran kwata ni yu abedai e ba ye no. Yes, no was it. Ebu ba ko be ka chen say na de tin wo say ye say ye mre wa ha wa bre ba be wuoi go se tra ye wu ye kokro mo so mekuye e je ne nye den na verse 4 say o say it's no use going to the city ba ko na ka chen no o say ba ko ka chen say na de ye tia no mo ye tukro echi obi amhwe ye obi amre ahwe ye tia e be wu ntie nye den ene ye kokro mo e na ba ko be ka say chairman ye ko mekuye ye kokro mo ba dia o mfa ye ho ncheye ntikaba ya ye ntena na ewu ana ba ko say it's no use going to the city because we would starve to death tietna ye ba chi komawu in here, but if we stay here we will die also, so let's go into the Syria camp. Tie ba ko ka je say ene ye tie tie ibewu ene ye ko so ibewu ene sanete dia ene ne yenko Syria for camp oprekwa no munku ye na bia hu safe de yewu na yare na we so yewu se yewu na ekọ na ba ko say o say to the serious camp the worst they can do is killing us. Do me to my so munku ye ene yenko no munku ye preko, but maybe they will spare our life. ana ba ko so be ka se e bi ye kwa no man kunye no mo de ye ho achei na o man kunye tie na sana tie ye nkwai. Verse 5 he say, so as he began to get darker, they went to the Syrian camp, but when they reached it, no one was there. Omo yeso mbeko no omo di nkan borade mpese rade anamo wani etu akomo di yan ye wo Samaria kura ekiri ya nipa metwe ni nhweye nipa maye moa yeti ha yewu etisa ne be ye dia ade ye pese ko Syria for camp ho ade omu nkuye rade ye kwa so meku ye afan omu nkuye ye kontu ankasa be di anim ne ye nko ana wose ne ye ntwa nwumle ne ye ko eti nwumle no mutu omu na moso mko o kodu Syria for camp ho nipa ba ko kura ni ho. They took the risk. Woman tran kronachi enwu. They took the risk say yetra yewu ye konso ebewu ene ye nkwai. Eti omo koye no ne nipa ba ko kra ni sia for camp. Now verse 5 say, so as it began to get darker, they went into the Syrian camp. And as they reached there was no one there. Verse 6 say, the Lord made the Syrians heard what sounded like the advance of a large army with horses and chariots, and the Syrians thought that the king of Israel had hired Hittites and Egyptians king and their armies to attack them. Eti Samaria for no Syrians no tie no omunim se Israel for na akọ high nkofo se yemla meku won akwatafo ne na ase ne ade na ebubom re baba no na fei omunu ye won se ayeti se aponkode eyi na eba eti sa na tie dia eni ye nwane na kitikiti eti omuko na nwane na ebudai ebu omu di bia na se omu se aso bi kura kokoro achi esa ko man nkofo na won so mra medibi. Yes. Eti without risk, someone take a risk, and I'm take a and come away. But I'm take a risk in the coin, a coin, mom, or the woman say, you're quite baby. And I say, you're going to be fine, or no case. Chairman, in this life, boss, sister, in this life, when take a risk, and ye. Share or back or take a risk, so bet him. So watch him enema mienu either so be survival and I want survival and I so be survival ne ba bewu and I kwa ne benya kwa ma ne bewu enema mienu but imagine tum sa eso kwa wo so chim de wo e survival de ba. Yes, so so bewu nti wan chim akra ne bewu ne yam ma ne bewu akra ne so bewu, but they take the risk now puli akra na akra ntumi ba utumi e survival etu ye lucky now survival fine. Akwara ni who are fine, mama ni survival are fine, akwara ni survival are fine. So if you are afraid to take the risk, Miss Rose may take a risk any. Missy me took out of microbe. Minister microbe and I make a buy risk and me take it. It doesn't make a do and I'm going to do. Me go do are fine. The purpose of going there, say me koshe bush for and I'm going to say makwaba. Makwako do. But me say ban share risk. You be do a fine, man be do and I'm yasem. Na nkobi to me craft Liberia efu bus efi Liberia be do kaswa e friend say ekwemo be friend say gomo ochirako e be nya accident akeke odu Liberia camp oba Liberia camp e be nya accident dia a risk. Yes, a risk. So in this life without risk utumi ko wani nibo be be take risk and no ma yeye nibo be so take risk and o man survival a risk. It's Matthew chapter 25, verse number 22 to 26 now. Verse 22 they say, then the servant who had been given 2,000 coins came in and said, you gave me 2,000 coins. Said, look, here are another 2,000 that I have earned. Verse 23 says, well done, you good and faithful servant. Said his master, you have been faithful in managing small amount, so I will put you in charge of large amount. Come in and have a share of my happiness. Or say, Papa be too quiet, or the nkoa, or the sika eja nkoa, or maybe mienu, or maybe miensa, or maybe edu, or maybe edu numnia de ade. Or say, or cheri yama ono. Ebi hunu se ba ko de hunu se ne master trimu odene etu oni sika no kosie ba ko so de o se ne master no trimu ode body ko ye adwuma e fa so ba ho ba ko so de no de wan fa ko ye adwuma kra na master ne buy no the amount 10,000 no 2,000 ne buy say master show sika de ma me no ma ye dwuma ma ye 2,000 account osimo why are there akwapa ne kwafo kakra me de ma wo no wotumi adi kwakra hu no kware etumi de aye dwuma ma ye 2,000 asi hu de a ene ebra me de be kan na de ma ne kese pa no waso osuro se sika ne ba hie nti wo de sika ne kosie otutu fom adi kosie. Yes. The other one, you say the master and more day, but take a risk in himself. Whatever it is, maybe he say master 3 more day, and I master 3 more day. Me take a risk, no. Now me the sikana ye bibi. If I swab one fan, a share make a chance say, me the go ye go away, me the bo kiosk in the sikana. Oh God. Dan say obeka che me say, me just say na be scan me to 2 form the shower. Na ka fa to bank mpo, na ka scan wo fa so ai. Fa to bank, anya the interest be ba. Yes. Verse 24 says, then the servant who had received 1,000 coins came in and said, Sir, I know you are a hard man, and you reap harvest where you did not plant, and you gather crops where you did not scatter seed. Verse 25 says, I was afraid, so I went off and hid your money in the ground. Look, here is the money belong to you. Verse 26 said, master said, you bad and lazy servant. His master said, you knew did you that I reap harvest where I did not plant, and gather crops where I did not scatter. Verse 27 said, well, then you should have deposit my money in the bank, and I would have received it all back with interest when I returned. Verse 28 says, now take my money. Now take the money away from him and give it to the one who had 10,000 coins. Esan say oruso so be take risk 121 about no the master no sika ne firi nsem na wode ma de wode 2,000 10,000 de wode sie ye no ono de otumi di koye adwuma fa so ba ho. So if you are afraid to take risk, say usuro say we be take risk abrabo we ye boy mu dia and I'm sorry so we call him e be di so betumi atumpon e be di so betumi call him abrabo okwadwene ni oso osuro say the master tiri mu ya de ne nti oba na so obato say sika na hia e bi master oba mafia etisa na tie dia okotutu form sika na hia papa ne ba on pass me ya o de sika hia ne sem say di usika okaje say wo ya kwadwene emfa so bi ani uso wo da fam sika mame na oje no de ka ba ko ne de no say ya bra ba ye boy ye suro say be take risk de e wo no eno na de be kita no pe be say free ensa. The Bible says, "Ni osusu se obi na onfa nya hwe no de kita no ke be firi nsa be je firi nsa." So until you take risk, what you have in your hands, it will not multiply. And put say dua e di from say one seed wo di hwe seed is taking risk. Why? Akoko pro ne pro ye no in the soil no e take risk say e be say tumi apie bio and tumi apie fine e tumi pie so a ababa ya ba. Etie kan Matthew chapter 14 verse number 29 to 31 now. Verse 29 say, then Peter spoke up, Lord, if it is you, it's really you, order me to come out on the water to you. Verse 29 say, come, Jesus said. So Peter gets out of the boat. God bless you. Peter gets out of the boat and started walking on the water to Jesus. Peter o take risk. Wamra wo say Yesu Kristo na mpone so no. Peter ka say Awurade say ye wo mpa dia ene na hye me say me mra na meba. Na wo say Peter bra na Peter start say onante so. Peter na bra bo nyina no na Peter fisherman oyinam pa na wonante so da. Peter won say ni pa nante so da. Yes, and it's true. Nipa nya de nipa betuma nante so. But Peter eka chere say Rade say ye wo dia ene na hye me na memra na oka chere say Peter bra na Peter e den start say onante so. Peter started
ɛna nante ɛfɛ so na abɔ ɔbɛn na. Ọ̀gbìn sẹ́, Peter ní bàbá ẹ̀nà ní wọ́n ti dùn sí, àti ọ̀sán tó ọ̀dọ̀ sẹ́yìn ní títì. Èdè Peter ní kí ní sí à, ọ̀gbọ́n bí wọ́n ti kù sọ, ìyẹn bá wù lọ́wọ́, ó yẹs. Peter tí wọ́n yé ní wọ́n sì